You know, sometimes how when a little synchronicity happens and you just get the sense that you're taking steps in time with the universe. Yesterday, of course, we were talking about homelessness and suffering and opening our hearts to it and taking full advantage of opportunities and looking at the way that we react to things. And I was going over to the monastery last night, and I got onto the Vedanta campus there by the temple, and sitting in a chair was this young man who appeared to me quite obviously to have been homeless. And so I just went over to check in with him and see how he was, trying to stay true to my commitments that I shared with you yesterday. And sure enough, he was homeless, and he had quite a big wound over his eye and on his shoulder. And I sat down, and of course he asked me if he could use one of the restrooms. So I went and hunted down a key and let him go in. And when he came out, we sat down on that bench and just talked for a while. And I, of course, really came to understand the difficulty of his life. He has a drug addiction, which he was very honest about, but had gotten himself into trouble by, he didn't tell me what he had done, but apparently some gang members he had offended, and they were searching for him, and he was hiding at the Vedanta Society. His brother had just committed suicide about a month before. His other brother had told him he had no interest in seeing him again because of the troubles in his life. And he explained how difficult it was, that he had asked to use the bathroom, and the fact that since COVID had hit the area, all the public restrooms had closed down, and many of the restaurants were closed, and places were not open. And I began to think again about the simple difficulties of what it is to reach the bottom of the support structure in society. And so we got him some food and got him cleaned up, and I didn't have much more that I could do for him, but I tried to offer what I had mentioned, just my own humanity and an ear, and told him that I would be around here for a couple of weeks, and he could look for me if he needed anything, or just someone to talk to in that sense. And I walked away just feeling helpless, really knowing that sense of weakness, in the sense of what can I do? This problem is so huge. But I had felt like we had worshipped, that I had done what I could do. And this idea of worship, how Vivekananda says that we really can't help anyone in this universe. Who are we to think that we can help? That really any act of kindness that we do, or any time that we open the heart, that it's an act of worship. And that the benefit is our own, and not the person that we imagine that we are helping. And I thought of that verse in the Rig Veda. It reads, "The human body is the temple of God. One who kindles the light of awareness within gets true light. The sacred flame of your inner shrine is constantly bright. The experience of unity is the fulfillment of the human endeavor. The mysteries of life are revealed." And I began thinking about, this idea of worshiping. And I thought, if my body is the temple and my inner light is in the shrine, who is it that worships at my temple? When I go and help someone in need, to use those forbidden words, I'm worshiping at their temple, really. But who worships at my temple? And I began thinking about all the beauty that I've seen, all the wonders that I've encountered in the last few weeks. And it occurred to me in one sense that it's the beloved that worships in my temple. That all of the offerings of those beautiful mountains, those wonderful streams, the beautiful lakes, the flowers in this garden, my experiences during the day, I rob my temple of those experiences by using them for enjoyment. but really they are the offerings of the beloved in this shrine. And I thought, what a lovely thought, what a lovely idea that grows out of the scriptures as a corollary. And what a sense of holiness, of sacredness, comes from thinking in that way. And how when you open those eyes of awareness within, like the Rig Veda says, that you cultivate that light, that understanding, and the mysteries of this experience begin to dawn on you. And things become a sense of awe in their effect. People become a sense of awe to you. That love that underlies all things begins to be apparent to us. So worship in the temple of the Beloved and recognize His worship in your temple, in all that you see, all that you hear and taste, and all the understanding that grows from those things.